Greetings, YouTube. It is Monday, the week of the Eternity of Pain rewards, which will hit hopefully sometime within maybe that first hour on Wednesday. As you can see, we have just under 2 days until the 49-day solo event expires. And I'm very excited about who I'll be taking to rank 4 on that day. I have been mapping this all out all week. But we have two different special offers to start off this week. Now keep in mind, next Tuesday is when the banquet crystals hit. So this week is Eternity of Pain Depression Week. Next week is the banquet crystal, where Kabam hopes to start making a ton of money off of what we assume to be the normal greater gifting crystal price of 300 units per crystal, or about $10 per crystal. All right, so fight and crack the golden piggy bank. This used to be, for $5, a million gold. And we once again see a million gold plus ISO. This is 1,000% what I called would happen, but to Kabam's credit, in past years, we've seen them bust this out because they know that several of you still have champions that you want to rank up from Cyber Week, formerly known as Cyber Weekend, but now we have 7 days to buy everything. But you ran out of gold, or you ran out of ISO, or maybe you ran out of both. This is a really amazing way to do it for cheap. Now, I realize it still costs cash, and maybe you don't have any cash. Maybe you've run out of cash, and your budget for the last month of the game is spent. I totally get that. But if you can justify it, even just one, this is a 7-day available purchase that if you need gold and ISO, though the gold is certainly the big takeaway from this versus the ISO, this is the greatest deal ever. Because Kabam usually gives us, look at this 100,000 gold. 100,000 gold for $10. We'll get to this. Now, what's interesting about this is that for the first time ever, and this is also a 2-day offer, interesting enough, for the first time ever, they're giving us Cavalier Nexus Crystal Shards in addition to this, but they're keeping the gold rates what they were 7 years ago in 2015. That's right. It is 100,000 gold per $10, or if you're going to see a standard Kabam offer with gold that gives us the same amount that the $5 golden piggy bank is worth when you 100% fill it up and never, ever, ever buy it before you can fill it up. I don't even know why it gives you the option to do that. But consequently, it would cost $100. $100 is the offer for the same amount of gold that you get for $5. Now, obviously, you get a lot of other stuff. With that, also, Kabam is saying that you can spend, speaking of $100, up to $100 for a total, if you were to buy this 10 times, of 20,000 6-star shards and 20 Cavalier Nexus crystals. Now, the Cavalier Nexus crystals are probably, if you open 20 of them, you should get, on average, 1 6-star per 20. I realize that some people will get more and some people will get nothing. But if you look at it like that, you're spending $100 for a million gold, which would normally be retail price, but it's way more expensive given that it's the Golden Piggy Bank week. Most importantly, the Cav Nexus crystals, which, keep in mind, speaking of ISO, with every champion that you select in those Nexus crystals, you will get the ISO for duplicating them and a very pathetic amount of gold. And then, of course, the 20,000 6-star shards, which some of you have said you are still going after Quicksilver, you're still going after Galactus, you're still going after other featured champions, or maybe OG Scarlet Witch from the new, even though it's not really new anymore, it's kind of just aged 6-star featured crystal. This is an A+++. This is a genius move by Kabam. And that's probably going to be the title of this video. This is a genius move by Kabam. Because they used to say, hey, you want some golden ISO? Give us 3,000 units for, 25% of this value. And they were doing it to also drain your units before gifting crystals, or greater gifting crystals, or now banquet crystals, hit the game. Kabam has brought this back, and again, I know it's cash, some of you can't afford it. I'm trying to be empathetic toward that. But for those of you who can afford the $5 per, it's just the nicest they could be. The only thing I wish they would have done is give this to us last week, because, of course, that was the week right after Cyber Week, but we'll take it. We'll take it here. So, YouTube, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this offer. I think this is like a C to C+. The Cav Nexus crystals, are all, of course, RNG dependent, and most of the time you will get just 3 stars and 4 stars from them. It depends on who you open from those for your overall grade, but the guaranteed value of this is an A++. It is just the best gold offer that we've seen. So glad that Kabam brought this back. They are geniuses today for that. All praise to them for this concept. And 7 days worth of this being around is also a genius move.